Okay, so this is the palette that I was talking about. This is the Revolution Pro New Neutral palette. So it just looks like this, and I have done a review on that one, so I will link that one in the description box. And then this is the All That Glistens palette, so very similar colour and, you know, almost identical packaging except for like the pattern on the front. This is what the palette looks like inside, and it's very kind of jewel toned, very ready for Christmas with your sparkly colours in there. So there are quite a few glitters in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 glitters in there. That is a one base shade, which I probably won't use. There is one kind of metallic or satin kind of colour, and then the rest are mattes. So glitter in a palette is like not my favourite form. I would prefer like a glitter like eyeliner that you could just paint on over like a glitter like this any day, just because I think they're very messy and they just get everywhere. I mean, they are very pretty. I just struggle to, you know, get it anywhere on my eyes that looks very cohesive. So that's like stuck to my finger now, and like when I've swatched it, it makes a little bit of a mess. So I think the trick with glitter is just little and often and take your time. So I'm going to do like a look with this today. I'm glad that the rest of the colours in the palette are mattes, because I think that Revolution out of their eyeshadow formulas, I think the mattes are the best formula. I don't really think that much to the shimmers. There are quite a lot of dark colours in this palette though. I mean, I know they need to balance out these fun ones, but like you've got two colours here that look very similar, like very blacks. You've got a very dark brown, very dark green, like a burgundy, a dark purple. So I mean, there's not a lot in the way of crease colours. I mean, you've got this orange, but I would have liked, you know, a bit of more of a brown colour, like a mid-tone brown that you could pop in the crease. So that's what I think it's missing. And then you've got these two, which are very similar. You've got this, like this cream, and then actually they're not very similar, but they're both very light colours that probably could do the same job. Yeah, and then I just don't like these kind of cream kind of bases because I don't think they're very good. So yeah, I'm gonna pop some eye base on and then we will start. Okay, so a base is on and we are zoomed in. So again, this is the palette. I did actually stick my finger in, or I caught my nail in Storm. I'm a little bit gutted about that because I hate it when that happens. I was actually just zooming in my camera and managed to catch it somehow. So anyway, we will move on. I'm going to use the shade Glitch now, and I'm just going to pop that in the crease. That is that Glitch colour in the crease. Is that one there. Just as a side note, this colour is actually really pretty. We'll see it later when we swatch it, but it's like a teal with a gold reflect, and I know that because it's all over my fingers. But for now, I'm going to go into Burst, which is that orange colour, and just putting that in the crease as well. On, that's the shade Burst, so I have had to build that up a couple of times by dipping that back in, and I'm just going back in with that Glitch colour and just blending out the edges ever so slightly. Okay, so that is the orange on, and I kind of feel like the reason that I needed to put like 3 layers on and then blend, I felt like it just kind of blended away. I don't know, yeah, this orange one, I mean, because look at the brush, I have gone into it and each time I felt like I would pack it on and blend and it would blend away, and then we'd need to go back to get this intensity. I mean, it's still probably not as intense as I would like it, but you know, I'm gonna have to stop at kind of like 3 lots of packing it on now. Okay, so for my outer corner, I mean, I feel like this purple would look really pretty, like purple and orange, but I'm not gonna go there because I do need to nip out as well tonight. So I think it's either gonna have to, what colour should it be? Should it be like the purple or the burgundy or the brown? I actually think I'm going to play it safe with the brown. That is called Sleet. Yeah, just because I haven't actually done very many neutral looks lately. They've all been like very bright pink, and whenever I wear bright eyeshadow my husband's like, oh, you've got carnival makeup on. I'm like, no, just bright eyeshadow. Anyway, so I'm going to go into the sleek colour and put that brown in the outer V. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that very well, but I am packing quite a bit on my brush, and I just don't feel like it's translating onto my eye. Like, as much as I am putting a lot of pigment onto my brush, like it just feels a little bit patchy. Yeah, it's like, it's not very intense at all. Can you see? It's like I'm trying to put more and more on, so it's just brown, but I can see the orange underneath it. That's a bit of an odd one, that one. I wonder if this blends away as well like the orange one did. We'll have to try that one in a sec. Brown is on, and it does kind of blend away and is a little bit patchy. Oh, I've never had this on like a channel like this bad before, so this is like a little bit odd. This is like a first for me. Like, what is happening? But yeah, it's kind of just blending away. Yeah, so I'm gonna put some shadow on my lids now, and then only as like a base. I might actually put that glitch colour back down because I'm gonna put a glitter over it, so it doesn't need to be like an all over lid colour because I'm gonna pack something over it. It's just so, you know, my lids just don't show through, really. That's it. Going in with glitch, but I found that this shade called Covered actually did a better job. It was just, you know, it's just something a bit of a base for it to stick to. So I'm going to pick a glitter shade now, and I actually think I'm going to go in with this pink. It's like a champagne pink, if that makes any sense. I'm going to put some of that over the lid. This is going to take me ages, so I'm probably only going to show you a small part of this just because I need to go little and often. Glitter is done, and I definitely think little and often is the way forward. Like, I think it looks really good, and I'm not normally a lover of glitter, and I know some people are like, oh, you need to put like a glitter glue down, but the point is with these kind of palettes that have glitter in is that they're kind of like, I don't know, emollient, because, and like they're already come in kind of like an adhesive in a way, so you shouldn't have to put a glitter down. Like, they should just stick to your eyes anyway, but you always, you know, you can still use the glue for extra protection. So it's a good job like I'd taken off my foundation, because this glitter would have gone everywhere. It's all over my face, it's all down my top, so don't do it. Don't do your eyes if you've got your party dress on ready to go out. You know, do it in your bathrobe, or, you know, your dressing gown or your pajamas, like something that you don't mind getting messed up. I had taken my foundation off just because I didn't like it. I know that's like first world problems in it. Well, I didn't like that foundation, so I'm not going to wear it on camera. I am going to put like another foundation back on in a minute, you know, to show you like the finished look. But yeah, I'm happy with how it's turned out. I'm not happy with the orange and the brown in this palette because they kind of faded away into nothing. Well, I'm just chasing all this glitter around my face right now, but I think the overall look looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go and just put like some other bits on my face, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, so I have got some makeup on now, so I do feel a little bit better. I'm wearing the Huda Beauty foundation, so obviously I've got the coverage that I want from that. So I need something to put on my lower lash line, and I think I'm going to go in with that is it Clink, and that purpley kind of burgundy colour. Yeah, it's burgundy. I'm going to go in with that and just put a small bit there on my lower lash line. I just realised I didn't have any liners on, so I just went and put a little bit on. I've not done like a wing or anything because I think the look's, you know, pretty cool without it. So let's do some little thoughts on this palette. At the end I did put that Clink colour on my lower lash line, and that was also, it performed very similar to this sleep brown colour in that it wasn't overly pigmented, but that was fine because I just wanted like a little wash of colour under my eyes, so that for that reason it worked quite alright. But I don't know, some of these darker colours I just don't feel have performed. I feel like it's a completely different formula. Even though it's Pro, I feel like it's a different formula than the new neutrals. So I do feel like this formula is better than this one, but you would expect them to be the same. So yeah, not quite sure about that. I think they could have done better with the colour selection, and that there's quite a lot of dark colours in here. There's not really that many mid-tones, and because you've got quite a lot of glitter, I think you need that as well. You need a bit more variety. I do feel like these two are a little bit pointless because they both look the same colour. I mean, they might swatch differently, but in the palette they look the same. I kind of wish as well like the glitters had all been at the top. I don't know if that's just my OCD, but with them just being dotted around, I wish they were all like at the top. For me, that will be a little bit more cohesive. I know the emphasis on this palette is on glitter, but it's a shame that there is only one shimmer shade. But then again, saying that, the shimmer shades from Revolution are not my favourite. So, but I suppose if you put that Storm with that glitter over the top, that would look really pretty. It's a shame there's no other kind of matching colours that you could do, like a colour to go with like this kind of citrine kind of colour. Maybe, I mean, I suppose this red would go with this burgundy. But then what would you do with this? What would this go with? Maybe the black over the black? I don't know. Yeah, and then this purple's kind of a little bit odd. It doesn't go with, well, I suppose it could go with that one. I don't know. For me, it's not a cohesive palette. It's a little bit jumbled. Like, I wish, you know, I wish some of the colours would have been swapped out. Saying that though, if you've got the time to work with it, I'm very happy with this eye look that I've done. I don't normally use glitter, but I took my time and I like it. It looks pretty good. I keep looking at myself thinking, oh, I'm very sparkly. But I do feel like with the Stila kind of liquid eyeshadows, you can get a very similar look quicker and it will last longer and it's less messier. So it's, you know, it's one of those really, isn't it? I think you should get this palette. If you like the colours, I would say get it, but it's not a must have for me, if that makes any sense. It's alright, but it's not my favourite. So yeah, I'm going to leave you with some swatches now. And I will link loads of videos in the description box because I am on a bit of a Revolution binge at the moment. I have got so many Revolution videos coming up, so check those in the description box and check out my channel because there will be lots coming if they're not already here. And I will see you again shortly. Bye. Okay, so excuse my messy desk in the background, but these are the swatches of some of the shades in the palette. I haven't swatched the glitters just because glitters just don't swatch very well at all without using a ton of the product, which I don't want to do. But these are the swatches of they're all mattes, but this turquoise here, which is the shimmer, which you can see there's a slight gold reflect of it, which is really pretty. Now for me, these are very patchy. I don't know, some people might look at these and think, oh, they look really nice. For me, they think they look quite patchy. The purple is kind of swatched quite blue on camera, and again that's kind of patchy running through there. The orange hasn't shown up that well. This was the brown that I used on my eye, and it's not as dark as it is in the pan. Yeah, and these were the two blacks that were next to each other. So you've got one this one's a lot more pigmented, so this is like the black, and then this is kind of like a grey. But I don't see the point to it really, because I'm sure you could get this kind of effect from going in like with a sleight of hand with this one. So yeah, these are the shades. not the best Revolution palette in my opinion, but you know, you might think otherwise. I still prefer the new neutral palette. So thanks for watching, and I will see you again shortly. Bye.